the Phillies weren't the only ones that made us want to throw up on Thursday night. The Philadelphia Eagles also played that role as they went up to MetLife Stadium to take on a team, Hugh, that they have beaten like a drum for, 12 years now. I mean, the Eagles have just beaten the Giants up over and over, and we kind of just expect it, right? They're better. They own the rivalry. And that was a reverse of what we've seen for a long time. The Eagles got their ass kicked. They lost by 17. It didn't even feel that close at times. Hugh, we got some issues now with the Philadelphia Eagles. It's not 1 week. It's not two. And I don't think we can just hide behind the record anymore. They are 4-2, but they have been outgained in every game. They have fewer first downs than their opponent in every game. You look at a lot of the numbers, and they are not good in almost any category. Hugh, you're feeling after watching Thursday and just like where we're at now through 6 weeks.
Man, listen, I didn't, again, was traveling that night, but the name that I kept hearing throughout the whole game was Cam Scatterbo. He had 19 carries, Joe, for 98 yards.
Well, and they couldn't stop him, yeah.
And he was real physical. Like, that's the thing that kind of stuck out to me, and that's what people were telling me. It was like, he was real physical in his runs. And you talk about a team that beat the brakes off the Kansas City Chiefs not that long ago, and to get beat up by a team that before they played us only won one game, that's telling. But it also leads me back to that familiarity breeds contempt kind of thing, and knowing a team as well as they did. And I did kind of tell you that Friday. No. I did kind of tell y'all.
No, you didn't.
That I didn't say. I didn't think they were going to lose, but I did say that this was going to be a
time out.
We asked you if it was acceptable to have a squeaker against the Giants.
No.
And you changed the conversation around.
What are you talking about?
To fit your agenda.
Okay.
I told you. I said. I think if I recall, I said something to the effect that.
Nope.
The Giants, it might be a tough game. I do recall saying that.
That wasn't I don't think either of us really pushed back that it could be. We were asking you, is it acceptable?
Yeah. We also need to reframe. This is like when you almost hit a parlay.
Yeah.
If you came out on Thursday and said they're going to lose tonight, then you get your flowers. But for you to say it's going to be a close game and we lose by 17, you were wrong both ways.
Yeah, it wasn't even a close game. We got dragged by the New York Giants, Hugh.
Did get dragged,
you didn't say that.
I didn't say that, but I did.
Well, if you want your flowers, you got to hit the bet.
Kind of said it was going to be a lot tougher than it was.
No, but again, that doesn't. You got to tell us they're going to lose for it to resonate.
I didn't think they were going to lose.
Okay, but
I was a little surprised that Cam Scatterbo went off like that, and we got Saquon Barkley.
Well, maybe we should stop being surprised, Hugh, because we're not the same team anymore. I mean, how many? We're 6 weeks in, right? We are heading towards week 7.
Yes.
You said there a few minutes ago, the team that dragged the Chiefs in the Super Bowl is now this, right?
Yeah.
We're not the team that won the Super Bowl. This is a very different football team. First of all, it's not as deep as it was last year. That's the start, right? We lost a lot of good players at free agency. We knew that. But even what we have is not really on the field right now because there was no Landon Dickerson on Thursday night.
Banged up.
Jalen Carter didn't play.
Nope.
Quinyon Mitchell came out of the game with a hamstring. Nolan Smith's obviously on the IR and has been for a few weeks. So we're not quite as great as we were last year to begin with. And whatever we are this year, we're banged up on top of that. Right now, they're not a great football team. And right now, it's hard to even see that they're very good. What are the Eagles right now? Right now, not what they should be, what we think they're supposed to be. Right now, what kind of team do we have?
No clue. Okay. I mean, they're 4-2, though. They're 4-2.
Jeez.
I mean, the reality is what it is. And until that changes.
It is cheap, but you said this at 4-0. It's changing.
It's
changing.
Yeah. Well, hold on. They're not a 2-2 team that won their last two.
No.
They are a 4-0 team that is now going backwards and have lost two straight, and one of them to the Giants.
The thing that really jumps out to me, and I was real adamant about this last week, is the fact that who was it that said they got the blueprint on the Eagles last week?
T.J. Ward.
I didn't believe that at first. Did not believe that. But then you got those flippant comments by the Giants head coach about, the ball's open and
AJ's open.
Yeah, AJ's open. And then they come out and play the way that they did against us. That's not a good feeling. But 4-2.
Oh, jeez. All right. So
and we still are the defending.
No. It's over.
That's what I'm hanging my hat. I'm hanging my hat.
The honeymoon's over.
I'm hanging my hat.
The honeymoon's over.
I'm hanging my hat.
It's a different year. It's a different team. Now here's the real question.
Look different though.
Do they deserve the benefit of the doubt?
Yes.
Well, let me finish.
No.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Do they deserve the benefit of the doubt that they're going to get this back to a Super Bowl level?
Maybe.
Okay. See, now we're workshopping things. So I'll frame it this way. I think they deserve a benefit of the doubt that they're going to figure things out as the year goes on, and they're not going to be as bad as they've been, in the last few weeks. But that could just mean getting back to a good level. I mean, I don't know how I watch the team right now and think, oh yeah, we're headed to Santa Clara in February.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's very hard to look at them right now. Like I wish I had something that they were really good at right now, and I could say, okay, well we have that, and if we fix this other thing, then we got a lot. I can't pick out one thing today the Eagles do at an exceptional level. Not one. You got one?
Yes.
What is it?
Deflecting.
That's what you do at an exceptional level.
They deflect really well.
Okay.
No, but all seriousness, I was basically processing what I knew about this team all weekend long, and it didn't make it any better being around a bunch of Giants fans. I don't know why they're Giants fans being in Ohio, but it was a bunch of Giants fans. It doesn't look good. And I've heard people say that maybe Kevin Patullo's in over his skis a little bit.
Probably is, yeah.
Jalen Hurts isn't throwing the ball well because the last couple games that he's thrown the ball a lot that they've lost.
Yep.
You keep going down the list.
I mean,
no,
they can't stop the run. Quignon's out.
Yeah,
we don't get to the quarterback.
The most egregious thing that I think happened was the Giants lining up and just physically whooping you. Like, if you came from another planet and you watched that game, you probably would have sworn that the Giants were the team that went to the Super Bowl last year.
Or you wouldn't have thought the Eagles were.
Yeah, it was the way that they physically manhandled you. It was like you didn't want to play. And you can't have that. Like, if you thought that, with all that bravado and all that long talking you were doing all year long, talking about it was the past or whatever, if you thought that you were just going to roll your helmets out there and people were going to lay down and die or lay down and, let you do whatever you wanted to do, that's not the case. They need to get it together. They really need to get it together. Am I out on the season? Not yet. Not yet. But I will say this with a straight face, that for this to be the sixth game that you've played in and you've looked this bad, there is cause for concern. No question about it, because you're not – like the teams that I was a part of, you start to gain momentum around. This is when you start to try to separate yourself at this point in the season. You got off to a great start. Now it feels like you're regressing a little bit.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I don't think they deserve the benefit of the doubt to become a Super Bowl team overnight. Now, are they going to fix this and be in the mix at the end? I still think so. I don't think they're going to just lose out and be a bad football team, but they have issues. I mean, they have real issues here. And the other thing I keep going back to, I remember we had the conversation after week 3. Are they lucky? There's only been one game this year that hasn't been a toss-up, and they got their ass kicked in that game. 5 toss-ups, right? They won 4 of them, lost 1. Really close, down to the wire games. They went 4-1 in those games. Some credit to them for doing that, but those games tend to be 50-50 games. One game this season of the 6 has been clearly who was better. And that was this past Thursday against the worst team they've played. That's not a great sign. Kyle, where are you at on the benefit of the doubt for a 4-2 team that does not look like a 4-2 team?
That benefit of the doubt, Douglas over here. It's killing me.
I see y'all missed me when I was gone.
Yeah, well. You people still came right at your neck, by the way.
Is that right?
Well, we did tell them you were suspended.
Yeah. No, I think it's time everybody is honest with themselves, honest about this football team, and it's time we drop a bunch of acts.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Yeah, well, that's coming.
It's beyond the fact that they're, just not playing well and the issues that we're seeing on the field. They look like they're a miserable football team.
Yep.
They're worn out. They're injured. They're not doing anything well at this point. Sirianni's whole thing about being tough, detailed, and together, they're none of those 3. Mm-mm. None of those 3 right now. I mean, all you had to do is look at some of the vibes on the Giants sideline as they're kicking our ass and they're bullying us. And then you look at us and you hear about the things that are coming out of our locker room, and it's all bad. It's all bad. And I can't give them the benefit of the doubt when it's very clear that this is a completely different football team than it was last season in a variety of ways. And the sad part is, it's a lot of the same personnel, but nothing feels the same as it does last year, besides the terrible passing game. That's the only thing that seems like it's carried over from last season. And look, I think the one thing I would give the benefit of the doubt of is that the defense is probably better than they're playing right now, but they're being dragged down by an offense that can't stay on the field for more than 3 plays.
And they're hurt. On Thursday, there was no Nolan Smith, no Jalen Carter, no Quinyon Mitchell for a lot of that game. It'll be tough to win games.
The best coach unit on the team is, they don't have a prayer because of what the rest of the team is doing. And right now, not even special teams. They can't do a single thing right. It looks like a season that's being lost, right before our very eyes.
Yeah, they got to get this figured out. It doesn't look right now. 215-592-9494. Are your phone calls on all this? We'll get back to the Topper conversation as well. Do you want him back as Phillies manager? And the Eagles, do you give them the benefit of the doubt to move forward this season and get this thing back together? Because right now, they don't look like a good football team. I can't think of one thing they do exceptional right now. Kyle mentioned the passing game, which usually is like the thing each week with most teams that you go to and say, well, they have that, right? They have these receivers, the quarterback.
Hang your hat on something.
We don't have that right now. It's
that's the truth.
It is extremely choppy.